Press it.
Let me get some scriptures first before you buzz. Is it going?
Yeah.
All right. Start.
Start over?
No, let's start now. Giving all praises, man, to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Barak the Yahweh,
Barak the Yahweh,
Yahweh Shai,
Barak
Barak
the
the
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Barak the
Barak the
Yahweh,
Yahweh Shai.
Barak the Yahweh Shai.
Double honors to the apostle, elders, great millstone, much taste to the brothers, teaching the word for the hopeful elect. We almost out of here, of course. Again, out here to prophesy downfall of America, the uprising of Israel, Yasha Allah. You know, and uplift us, our power and our Savior, man. Many people mock, call him the sky god. It's going to come back on you, man. You know, so let's start with Genesis 3:1. I'm going to let you know there is a difference between us and the heathen, man.
That's right.
The way that the Most High called us out of this place, we're going to hopefully get into the understanding of why the Most High chose us as a special people. You know, because, hey, we seeing the difference between us and these nations. As you know, with the current coronavirus, with the Chinese eating bats and shit from bat soup and all the other abominations they eat, rat and cat. Most High is not with that, man.
That's right.
And there's a law set up just for that reason, to keep us separated from them things, man. So Jake won't be consumed by the concept of that's okay, no matter what it is, adultery, idolatry, well, you know, rape and all that. It's certain things that's biblical for this understanding as far as ravished and all that. We've been through it, apostles explained it. But we're talking about these sins into death and these things that keep us on that rotation of sin, man, and wickedness. But it was set up in the beginning righteous. Go ahead.
No, that's why you have unclean animals. Not
Unclean.
supposed to eat it.
We're going to get into that, yeah?
The pestilence and all that.
Pestilence.
It's a reason for everything.
It's a reason, man. Go
So
ahead.
Genesis 3:1. Now a serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field,
Go ahead.
which the Lord power had made.
Yep.
And he said,
So the Most High made these things, man. Not no Big Bang Theory and all that, man. Stupid ass beliefs, man. Go ahead.
and said unto the woman, Yea, after Most High said, You shall not eat of every tree of the garden.
So this is based on something that being able to be consumed for you to go off. Go ahead.
And the woman said unto the serpent, You may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden.
See how merciful the most and beautiful the most. Hey, you can eat of every tree of the garden. Go ahead.
But the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden,
In the midst of the garden, go ahead.
the Most High has said, Ye shall not eat of it,
You shall not eat of it,
neither shall you touch it, lest ye die.
lest you die. So the Most High created these things even on earth from the beginning, even us, for an example of everything he's about. You ain't supposed to eat certain things, you ain't supposed to do certain things, man. It said you should not eat it. So it all the way into the concept, that evil concept of evil working in the earth, all the way down to where you think it's okay to eat a bat and a rat, man. So the Most High made clear, man, you should surely die if you do these type of things. The main thing is disobey me, having other gods before me, man. So that's what it was, setting up this. Hey, don't eat of that tree, man. Knowledge of good and evil. You touch it, you're going to surely die, man. Go ahead.
And the serpent said unto the woman, You shall not surely die.
Lie. What is the serpent doing today? Same thing. Y'all ain't, hey, you can be whatever you want. Do whatever you want. You can eat pork. You ain't going to die from that. People live 100 years old eating swine. That ain't the point, man. The Most High is showing you how this goes into the depth of you being in hell, man, and consumed by the very thing that he told you not to do. Go ahead.
For the Most High doth know that in the day you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods.
It's a very critical thing to be a God, man. That's why we having to learn this program, the Most High program again. Because if you will be a God, you'll be doing some wicked shit. Esau's in a seat of a so to speak, God, man. And look what he's doing. He got the rulership over all these people, and he's sending all these souls to hell with him, man. So before we become gods and kings and priests, Most High gonna have us do it right, man. He ain't gonna have his kingdom set up and we start going off again, man. Go ahead.
knowing good and evil.
Knowing good and evil. Go ahead.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food,
See, it was good for food. Go ahead.
and that it was pleasant to the eyes,
Pleasant to the eyes.
and a tree to be desired.
This is scripture in the Proverbs says the pride of life, pride of all these things just related to today, man. All the things you get to do in this wicked ass place of America. Be anything you want, dream up anything you want to be. You know, everything, school, education, that feeds your mind. You know, to make one wise. All these philosophies. These women are going into you know, women power and being melanated creatures, and they driving themselves into insanity, man. Making no sense at all. Separated from the man, no family basis at all. Go ahead.
And that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise.
Go ahead.
She took the fruit thereof and did eat.
So all these things that the Most High had made even men is a representation of what's going on today. How you could the education system is a fruit. Why do you think they use the apple? It wasn't an apple, but that when you have fruit or you have the fruit of your offspring or your produce, that's mentally and spiritually too, man. You know what you teaching. Look how many people believe in that education bullshit just from that being set up. Believe in Christmas. It was a seed set up in the earth for you to believe those wicked ass things. Now your children growing up, I want to go see Santa Claus. What? Because she saw that. That seed has been planted in her head. She's been watching cartoons with Santa Claus, been told stories about this damn demonic image of this fat man that so-called flies the skies, man. Go ahead. Even with Cedar Bush here, man. Go ahead.
She took of the fruit thereof and did eat.
Yep.
And gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
And he did eat also, man. So hearkening to that woman, it says from woman is became the became the beginning of sin, or you know, died because through her we all died. Look what he hearkening to the woman. Ate of the same thing. The abominable things that we see today, man. Idolatry, adultery, fornication. You know, that's a big. You know, what else is the witchcraft? Our people are heavy into witchcraft, man.
It's death.
It's death, man.
This is all fleshly. Right? The Lord didn't meant us to be fleshly. Though we're in the. Hey, Paul said it beautifully through the letters he wrote.
Yep.
He said, though we walk in the flesh, we don't do things according to the flesh. We're walking in the spirit. We're in the flesh.
Yep.
Salaki, we're in the flesh. We don't walk according to the flesh.
We
like
don't walk,
this world.
Because you know what? Since we fell, the Most High made a merciful path for us. Look, I'm gonna set you up with laws of Moses, so you can have a way out. Like, cause you're gonna be consumed by these nations. They're gonna be like offering you all kind of shit. Don't eat. We gonna get the laws. Matter of fact, get the laws of Levi right now. Go ahead. Leviticus 11. Start at 1.
This is Job. This is the one I sent out to the brothers.
Yep.
But then there's one. It goes into if you don't obey the Heavenly Father.
Yep.
This is Job 36 and 10. And it reads, He openeth also their ear to discipline, which is the men of the Lord,
Yep.
and commanded that they return from iniquity. If they obey and serve Him,
If they obey and serve Him,
they shall spend their days in prosperity,
isn't that simple? Go ahead.
and their years in pleasures.
The years and pleasures. You see where our people are now, unpleasant places, man. In the ghettos and slums, worrying about drug dealing, worrying about their children getting shot in the street. This is not life, man. So something's wrong, man. It's a Big Bang Theory, and it's open doors for everybody, but something's wrong on our part, man. It ain't working out. Go ahead.
Verse 12. But if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword, and they shall die without knowledge.
They should perish by the sword and die without knowledge, man.
Who's the Lord's sword?
And who? Yeah, Esau.
Esau.
So what's come up on us right now? He's the Most High sword, which is Esau. And not only are we getting consumed death-wise by the sword, we're also mixed up in these crazy-ass abominations, man, in this world, man.
And And the Lord is showing that he hates these heathen. Just because he didn't get them quickly, to tell you that, what was that in Ecclesiastes?
Yeah.
It said because judgment is not executed speedily, it's fully set in them to do evil.
Yep.
Well, let the heathen do that, man. And the Lord jacking Moab ugly ass up. He about to destroy Esau, and he gonna destroy these other heathens,
Yep.
but he gonna get Jake. He said he gonna start at his house first.
Yeah.
So like you said, the sword is coming to get Jake because they ain't listening.
Yeah.
It said the ruler is not a terror unto good works, but unto the evil. It said if you doing evil, fear.
Yeah.
And Jake should be afraid. If you ain't under the guise of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you should be afraid because Esau is a sword.
Yeah.
And plus the Lord told Jake, he said the same plagues that you feared in Egypt that didn't touch you, hey, surely those is going to cleave unto you, man. And look at there's pestilence out here. It's the coronavirus. It's funny because Northern Kingdom, that's the drink they like. Let me get a Corona.
Yeah.
And the Most High going to put a Corona on your ass then.
Yeah.
He going to crown you with death, man.
Hey, you don't want to listen to the laws. Now you got lawyers that'll put you in jail.
Yeah.
Now you got Esau's law. Yeah, he's making you make all these bogus payments, unrighteous decrees. You don't want to listen to the Most High's law? You get a law, a cruel law for you, man. With these devils. Go ahead.
The Most High only got 636 laws, I believe.
613.
613.
Except for one now because the law of sacrifices.
Done. He saw what? He got thousands, hundreds of thousands of laws.
And he keep making one.
Yeah. And they don't make sense, man.
Yeah,
they against Jake. So we in our captive state. Go ahead.
So Leviticus 11:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them.
So our people got a problem with law, the Moses law. Oh, Moses, why this and why that? You know, go ahead. They even, and then the Christians that say Yahweh Shai had, who they ignorantly call Christ, had something against Moses in the law, man. You stupid ass devils, man. If it ain't no law, our people be done, because that was the help to take us into faith. But a lot of people don't have faith because this faith is a gift. You can't even get faith like simple like that.
Well, Sean, if I can make one point before the brother gets that scripture, I'm gonna make one point. The Lord transfigured himself. And who appeared? It was Moses and Elijah, man. Representing the law and the prophets. And it's representing that he was greater than both the law and the prophets.
Yeah.
He's the one bringing it to you. Is
Exactly.
he not? It said the law. What is that in Genesis 49 where it said the law should not depart between his feet until Shiloh come?
Yeah.
Shiloh is Yahweh Shai. And we know that Levi was the ones giving the law, but originally, who had it? You can get that in, I think it's 9, verse 9. Go ahead.
Genesis 49:10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor the lawgiver from between his feet.
The lawgiver between his feet. Who's giving the law? Who really is the high priest? Who's the lawgiver? Who's our king that has the scepter? Yahweh Shai, man. He came on the scene. Didn't they say our people was screaming, thou son of David?
Yeah.
They was screaming the Hamashiach.
Yeah.
He's the son of David. He shall sit on the throne of his father David. Praises to the highest. Hosanna. Right? So it said the law should not depart from his feet. Yahweh Shai came to make the law perfect. Like it didn't it say a law is a schoolmaster to lead you to a Mashiach? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
And there's a gathering of the people. Starting off with the elect, we're going to be gathered under that law because the law is good.
Yeah.
The Lord told us not to eat swine.
Yeah.
It makes sense not to eat the mess.
So are the Moabites under this law? They eating damn bats, man. Do they care about the Most High's law? Are they trying to do right by the law? Are they even living by faith? Hell no, man. Because you gotta the law. You gotta be under a schoolmaster, under the, to get brought into the master. Yahweh Shai, who brings the faith. He's the completer of our faith. He's the finisher of our faith. But these devils sit in church eating swine and all the abominable things, teaching our people to do the same thing. And these heathens ain't nowhere close to keeping our laws, man. They don't even know our power.
It ain't for them.
It ain't even for them, man. So they can. Who cares if they eat cat, rat, and dog? But it's still abomination, man. It's still because they're gonna be following laws in the kingdom, man.
And the Lord is gonna hold them accountable for all that they have done, man. Just because He ain't got you don't mean he ain't gonna get you. The reason that we in slavery is because we're the Lord's people, we're his children. He whooping our ass right now.
Yep.
But soon the Lord say he gonna destroy you heathens, man. It said at noonday the arrows is gonna fly, and then it said at midnight the Lord is gonna remove man from his place, which is talking about we're in the night right now. We're in Esau's kingdom. We're in the deepest of night. We're damn. That's why they got the doomsday clock close to midnight. Why? Because we in nighttime, man. We in the dark. But we're like light shining in a dark place because our kingdom is about to dawn, man. Yeah. That's where we at right now.
Go ahead.
Back in Leviticus 11:1, and the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel,
so
saying,
we know the Moses and Aaron of the priesthood, man. Yeah. And that priesthood still stands because now it's righteous priesthood according to Yahweh Shah. He represents the everlasting priesthood. Go ahead.
After the order of Melchizedek.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
Most High let us know these are the beasts that you shall eat that's among the earth. Did the Big Bang Theory make beasts and then without any instructions? Because they need a place, they need instructions, and the people that's owning them need instructions of what to do with them. Because you could become like a beast, man, and then we'll get it. But they sleeping with beasts, man. Go ahead.
Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven-footed and cheweth the cud among the beasts that ye shall eat.
So we know what we're able to eat, man. Cow, goat, chicken, lamb, deer, venison. We're able to eat those things, man. Yeah. Most High allowed us to eat. Okay, you're in the flesh, you're going to eat certain things of the flesh. Yeah. It's also a spiritual body too. But we in this natural flesh, so Most High got to teach us laws to get through this natural way of life. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, ye shall not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof.
Yep, go ahead.
As the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof. He is unclean unto you.
I can make a point. The apostle is going into the coronavirus is just SARS virus brought back. It's more deadly, deadlier, right? Yeah. You had SARS, which was like in 2008, that was an epidemic or whatever. But it going back to SARS goes back to it's like a Middle Eastern type disease. It's from the Middle East. No, yeah, SARS is from like the Middle East. I think it's MRSA or SARS, one of them. It's from the Middle East. That's where it comes from. And you get MRSA, I believe, from eating fucking camel, man. It came from a camel. Yeah. And stupid ass Ishmael is eating camels and shit, man. Camels. So all you damn heathens, these diseases is fucking coming up from unclean animals. Yeah. Even years back, when I was still going to school, they had what? The swine flu. Yeah. From another unclean animal. That's right. That's why the Lord said for us not to eat that. Yeah. That's where these diseases is coming from. Yeah. From animals you ain't supposed to touch.
That's right. Yeah. Go ahead.
And the coney.
The coney, which is a rodent, a rabbit type of creature. Go ahead.
And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof.
But they eat rabbits and rodents and all that.
Hey, that's where that Black Plague one came from. Like when it reared its head in our time, like last year, like the middle or the beginning of last year, they said the Black Bubonic Plague was back. It was from a stupid ass Edomite that was traveling, and him and his stupid woman ate a coney, like a rabbit type. Gopher looking fucking thing, and they got the bubonic is fucking in the world again. Yeah. See how the Most High is cold with that? Yeah. He's using the heathens to bring it back into the world.
That's right. That's right. Hey, no wonder he told us to stay away from it, man.
Stay away from that, man.
They bring all diseases. The so-called white man brought malaria diseases,
malaria,
measles, and all that.
Yeah, smallpox.
Being filthy in them caves, man. Yeah. They brought all kind of shit. Imagine they didn't clean themselves or bathe or nothing, man. Go ahead.
Yep. I think the coney is I looked it up. I think it's the rock badger.
Oh, it's badger?
Yes.
Well, I looked it up, and what popped up on Google is a form. It looked like a rabbit to me.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I don't know.
It's like in the same family of like either a gopher.
Yeah. It's a rodent.
Like a rodent, like over there in Africa, the damn the meerkat. It kind of is in between a rodent and a. It's in the same family category.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean
Come
unto
out
you.
with the last
And the hair, because
That's a rabbit.
That's a rabbit. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
and the hair, because he cheweth the cud, which abideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you.
Go ahead.
And the swine,
The swine. That's a big one, Jake. Because that's all he love to eat.
Oh, we gotta bring up badass now. You gonna bring him out?
What?
That clown, Boosie Badass. The nigga gonna say he eat pork, he eat people, he eat police, being a dumbass, man.
Yeah.
But the Lord told you not to eat that,
Yeah.
nigga. You know?
And that's one of the most, if not the most filthy, you know, garbage can of the earth. They call it.
It eats its own kind.
Yeah, and that's crazy because Jake, he got some kind of a problem with not being able to eat swine, man. It's like if you take that away, he's like, where do we eat? It's
Like,
all
we gonna
kind of
starve?
things you can eat, man.
They eat Jake, man.
You know, that's how you know it's a demon on Jake, man.
Yeah.
What we gonna eat? You can eat turkey, chicken, beef, lamb. You know,
You can eat fish. You don't eat nothing at all. You can eat greens. You can eat greens. You can
it
eat
says some
bread.
to some meats and to some herbs, man.
Yeah. You know, Jake like his bread. But
Yeah,
look
it's
at the
all
north. They
yeah.
got unleavened bread. You know.
Man, it's all kind of things to eat. But see, that's the programming Jake been conditioned to eat. You know, like I was thinking, there ain't nothing around Jake.
Yeah.
It's just a liquor store and convenience stores. They don't have anything to open up their mind. They don't have no movie theaters. They don't have no real restaurant. They don't have herbal herbal stores, GNCs and all that.
And Jake is a fucking clown
It's
because
designed to that.
It's like Jake is a fucking clown because, like me and this brother, I know this brother. Hey, if you really want to eat good, you just gotta travel out, man.
Yeah.
Esau, through the spirit of the Lord, like Muatazak says, this world was made for the elect.
Yeah.
Why you think they got metros and fucking Uber and
Yep.
you can get a fucking round places?
Yeah.
Take your ass out the fucking hood and go to the Esau hood
Yeah,
and go
man.
eat something actually good for you.
Hey, they
But
don't
no,
got-
Jake don't want to fucking leave his 2-block radius of fucking a goddamn liquor store.
Yeah.
And shit. All they got is whole cakes, whole hoes, and bullshit, man.
And
They ain't got shit.
Jake's a what do you call it? A leecher. So instead of trying to get a car and you know, not against
take the bus, take public
yeah,
transportation,
man. It's many
and
times I
ride your
jumped
ass out.
Yeah,
to,
man. And they don't have gyms around Jake, so
yeah.
all our women are fat and everything.
Yeah, they don't want to get out.
They do that on
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah.
See, Esau, he'll do that because Jake allowed him to do that, man.
Right. Yeah, Jake
Go ahead.
allows him.
Yeah.
And Barack brought it out, Salaki, to make this point. Barack did a video this week on it. It's what Esau calls sacrifice zones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the nearest goddamn grocery store for Jake is like miles out. It was like on the outskirts of town.
Yep.
But where Jake is at, they just liquor store, nothing. Desert liquor store and shit. That's all Jake got.
Yep.
He would have to travel way out to
Way
get
out.
to his next grocery store or a place that actually has substance.
Yep.
Because Esau is leaving Jake in these hoods. Really, it's the Most High, because the Lord said He's gonna move us in the corners, which is the ghettos, and He said there you was gonna be destroyed.
Yeah.
So,
That's a curse.
that's the curse.
Not being able to just walk across the street and get some good groceries. Hill is a curse, man. But the righteous is going to be awake and be like, hey, man, I'm going to do the best I can. Go
We're
ahead.
gonna travel out.
And there's some top chefs out there, man, that make real shit, man. Watch the Food Network, man.
Yeah.
You got these guys that actually go to college and schools. It's called culinary arts.
Yeah.
It's actually
Oh, yeah.
cooking is an art, you know?
Yeah.
Jake, he's not exposed to none of that good shit. You know?
That's right, and you can make a lot of good things with a little.
Yeah.
Like you can go to the store. Me and this brother can go to the store right now, get some cilantro, get some baby spinach, get some celery, juice it, or put it in the blender, put some fruits in there, and then there you go, green smoothie for your ass. That's all you need in the day. You drink that, you full for the whole day.
But
You don't need fucking whatever Jake be eating. All they eat is meat.
You can tell your girl, your wife or whatever, to cook what you want her to cook.
Yeah.
Help something else.
Jake too damn afraid.
You know? Go ahead.
To you actually.
Leviticus 11:7, and the swine, though it divided the hoof, and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean unto you.
Unclean unto you. Go ahead. Talking to the people of Israel. not these other nations. He is unclean to you, Israel. Go ahead.
So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, and Seminole Indians. The Lord is talking to you. Don't eat these abominable animals. They have their place on the earth. They're not to be touched. They're not to be eaten. The heathen can eat that, but look at what the Lord is doing in the earth. He's plaguing the fuck out of these heathens, man. They got, 11 million quarantined in that city of Wuhan, but in the 7 cities around it, they're quarantined. So it's like, 23 million? That's quarantined, man, because they disrespecting the rules and regulations that the Heavenly Father has set on this earth. And He letting all know that there's rules to this place. Tell you that in Daniel, that is the Most High that ruleth in the kingdom of men. And He setteth up over it the basis of men.
Go ahead.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch.
Go ahead.
They are unclean to you.
Go ahead.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the water.
Now you can eat. Most I say, okay, these you can eat.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's a lot.
Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So we can eat fish, not all kind of fish, but we can eat fish.
It's a whole lineup of fish that got fins and scales. You go to the lineup, it's like a damn alphabetical order. You like, just an A is like fucking 50. You go to B, it's like, by the time you get to damn Z or whatever, S, that's over a damn 500 fishes with skins, fins and scales. And not one time did it fucking mention catfish. Not one goddamn time did it mention shrimp. That's 2 fucking things. But that's what Jake would choose out of like 100 clean fishes, man.
Well, Esau, and then he gets a 2/3 to advertise that shit like it's some kind of king state, man. But like I said, when he's mentioning these animals, we're learning even about ourselves amongst these nations, man. Like Most High got a clean, holy nation that he loves, and the other nations are like, pigs. They call the cops the pigs, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's different things Most High set up on this earth while learning. He said, go to the ant, thy sluggard, man. We can learn from everything, man.
That's crazy how Jake will call a cop that he hate with the utmost hatred. Like, you fucking pig, but your ass gonna go home and eat pig. See, I can call Esau a fucking pig, man. And I ain't about to go home and eat this motherfucker, man. I stay away from the pig, man.
It's nothing good, even the reference pig out. There's nothing good about pigs, man.
Like bottom feeder. That's a derogatory term, but that's what our people eat. So, hey, you are what you eat, man. That's why the Lord tell you not to eat that. Why do you think the Lord was known as the lamb? He was known as some man.
Goat or,
He's known as the lamb,
Go ahead.
Jake will eat every part of the pig.
From the rooter to the tutor, man. Go ahead.
And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
Go ahead.
They shall even be an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcass.
Hey, stay on the scriptures. We can get into that later. Go ahead.
Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have
Go ahead.
But ye shall have their carcasses in abomination.
Go ahead.
Whatsoever hath no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you.
Go ahead.
And these are they which ye shall have an abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination.
So even the fowls of the air, from in the water, fowls of the air, what's on the ground. Go ahead.
The eagle.
Because you'll have somebody shoot an arrow at the eagle at an eagle and try to eat it, man. It says, don't eat the eagle, man. Go ahead.
And the ossifrage. And the osprey. And the vulture.
The vulture, don't eat the vulture, man. Go ahead.
And the kite.
Hey, vulture is not a symbolic animal for anything good either. They call it scavengers. Even Jake used that term, cultural vultures, man. They eat off the dead. You don't want to eat something that eats dead things.
That's the pig.
That's the
See, the Lord is describing it to you that there's, like you said, there's things in the air that got their duty. There's things on the land that got their duty, and there's things in the sea that got their duty. You ain't supposed to eat these things because their bodies are made to eat poisonous, dead fucking things, shit, and fucking waste and shit. You know, they're meant to do that. That's their job.
They eat rats.
They eat rats.
You know, and the rodents. And
that's
all
why
that.
they call it an ecosystem. Everything has its place to keep in order the thing above it, you know?
And it's a representation of us, how we supposed to live.
Right.
It goes beyond just you as a person, us as a nation, us seeing these things happening on earth. Go ahead. Most High said the visible things are known, manifest by the things that are made. Paraphrasing. Go ahead.
And the vulture and the kite after his kind.
Go ahead.
Every raven after his kind.
Ravens, go ahead.
And the owl and the nighthawk.
The owl and the nighthawk, you know. That's another creature that Esau used for owl for witchcraft. You know, raven.
Hey, that's something Jake would call itself. That'd be like an 80s show for Jake. Like, I'm gonna watch that nighthawk. But you ain't supposed to eat the nighthawk, man. Jake.
You know, hey, we got chicken, man.
Yeah.
Most High gave us chicken to eat, not hawk.
Like, it got to a point where
you ain't never heard Jake trying to eat a hawk.
I know. He never thought
and you
about
really can't get them. Get you.
Can't get a hawk. They too high up.
Yeah.
They damn near second best to the eagle.
Yeah.
The eagle's the highest one.
And I bet them owls, they kind of have a wise edge to them. They be like, these motherfuckers eating us and shit. They got chicken and all that shit. They trying to eat us.
Yeah, I know. Right?
And the cuckow and the hawk after his kind.
After his kind, and let you know, after their kinds, man. You know, because everything produces on down the line. Go ahead.
And the little owl and the cormorant and the great owl.
And the great owl, you know, go ahead.
And the swan and the pelican.
Swan, you ain't never seen us eat swan and shit. And the pelican, give me a pelican burger, a swan burger and shit. We've been eating according to the basis pretty much. I mean, you know, we said Jake got that swine problem with swine, but basically we've been eating beef and chicken.
That's like one of the basis
of. That's why you think that has become down into our heritage.
It's culture.
Culture, you know?
Yeah, because and fuck these heathens, man. Because we getting on them. I know you about to get on Esau on them. Hey, fuck these heathens, man. Because they'll make Judah, preferably Judah, the so-called nigga, feel bad to eat chicken. Like, you motherfuckers eat chicken. What the fuck is wrong? Like Dave Chappelle, the fuck is wrong with chicken?
Who don't like chicken?
Who don't like chicken and watermelon? Something wrong with your ass if you don't like chicken. You look at the other tribes, they got different versions of chicken. Jerk chicken amongst Benjamin. You got
pepper chicken, lemon chicken.
Pollo grilled on an open flame with Issachar and shit. So we all got chicken. We all got different flavors of making the chicken.
You can boil chicken, you can cook chicken, fried chicken.
And like, he was going off on the movie Forrest Gump, but the way he was saying, he's like, you can fry it, broil it, oil it, saute it, fillet it. You can do that with the clean foods. But he was talking about, you know, the shrimp and all that. But you can do that with the